Hi guys, it's Steve, the Vegan Kempo Master. I am here at the Barefoot Market with Paul Risse, a great man.
Yes, good to meet you.
A blast today
Awesome.
being here. A friend of mine on YouTube wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
And she sent me an email and said, would you ask Paul Risse this question for me?
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, and we'll make a video. But I started to email her back and say, well, you can probably email him anytime. He's so nice. But her question is, she's doing a long-term juice fast like I am.
Okay.
And she wanted to know what your opinion is of someone doing a long-term juice fast to lose like 100, 130 pounds.
Okay.
And is that safe and healthy?
Okay.
And does she have to be calorie restrictive when she goes raw? So
Okay.
what's your opinion on that?
Well, my opinion, just from what I've seen, doing juicing is probably the fastest and healthiest way of losing a large amount of weight. The only thing that I would say in going into it is that if you use juicing solely to lose weight, then you'll turn it into a yo-yo diet. And so what it depends on entirely, you can juice for, 120 days, you can juice for 6 months, it doesn't matter. What matters is at the end of the juicing period, how you start eating and what messages you start giving to your body. So if you, after you stop the juicing fast, you lose all that weight and you just fall back into the same patterns that you had before, then you're just going to actually go into a deeper depression, you're going to gain weight again, it's just going to be a cycle. But if you can learn how to eat small amounts of food and transition, I would say, like still doing juices, then smoothies, and then mono meals, and just really listen to your body, chew the food thoroughly, because what you've been doing is giving your body a message that is, I'm cleaning out, I'm detoxing, I'm releasing, and then whenever you start giving it a different message, you need to be very clear and consistent on the message you're giving. And that message that you give your body determines whether or not that feast or fast that you just did is going to be healthy or unhealthy. And so it's all about your approach whenever you come off of it. So as you come off of it, just really listen to your body, do really simple smoothies, chew your smoothies really well, do mono meals, and every time you eat something, ask your body, what is this apple going to do to me? What is this carrot going to do to me? What is this spinach going to do to me? And then listen to it as it goes in and just do that mono meal. And you'll become amazed at how well your body starts communicating with you. And you might eat something that has a lot of complexity to it, and then your stomach will be all, rumbly. And then maybe you'll have an avocado with a salad, and your stomach will really agree with it. And so you're like, okay. So it's just, what you're doing is, when you're doing that long, you're becoming really intimate with your body. And, yeah, so you become really aware of everything that's happening, and you feel yourself transforming. And then a lot of people, it feels so good to be on it, and it's such a high that when they transition off, it's such an unfamiliar process that they just kind of sabotage themselves because they just fall into the old habits. So I would just say start simple, do a mono meal or smoothies, chew them very, very thoroughly. A lot of people I see them chew, they go boom, and then swallow. Chew like 32 times, masticate it, turn it into juice in your mouth. Really take the time to enjoy the food and taste it and feel it.
Right on. I've said that before. People, they're like, oh, I'm doing a 10-day fast. And it's like, okay, if you're doing a 10-day fast and you're going to go eat a cheeseburger afterwards, you're wasting your time.
Right.
So...
Yeah. And so if you're using juicing just solely to lose weight, and it's just like, it's just like one of these little yo-yo diets, you'll feel good for 10 days, and then you'll feel bad after the 10 days. But if you're using it to reset your metabolism, recalibrate your life, and just start living a new life, and it's the most beautiful approach that I've seen in the fastest and healthiest way as well.
And real quick, my question for you. The way I feel, the way I'm functioning right now, when I go raw, is it another level or will it continue?
Well, the high that you're feeling is pretty much going to be like a cleansing high. There's different highs that you can feel, and a lot of people go through the high. It can last anywhere for a year to 2 years. And in my opinion, that high, it kind of, after a year to 2 years, it kind of normalizes, and that's when people kind of start chasing highs and start doing more juicing and cleansing and more superfoods. But it's, I don't know if I answered your question or not.
Depends on the person?
Yeah, depends on the person. I feel really high, but I find that just pushing yourself, changing things up, trying new things, exercising, pushing your limits there's just ways to feel really, really good every day, and food is just part of it. But whenever people first get into it, that high, that raw food high where they just feel more alive than they felt in years, that's very, very important, and that's priceless, really. That's how you should feel all the time.
Let's clarify high. We're not talking about high. We're talking about
I'm talking
enlightened
about, I'm talking about just having a lot of energy and just having emotional stability, having a good relationship with God and everything around you, and just being as close to the natural cycle of nature as possible, and that's just doing fruits and vegetables and raw foods and just finding balance with it in your life.
Alright, cool. Well, this guy is awesome. It has been fun coming down here. I've had a blast, so I'm going to wrap this up.
Man.
I could talk to you forever, man. Every time you talk, I'm like, oh God, I'm from Oklahoma. So, wow. He is so awesome.
All right, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Now, wasn't that amazing? Let me tell you, Paul Risse is the man. He is knowledgeable. He has wisdom beyond his years. He's just an amazing person to be around. He has an energy that just radiates off of his aura. And when he speaks, it's like speaking to a guru. He gave me such great advice when we were down there. You know, we talked about where I'm from, type of town it is, and it was very encouraging. He's like, you have to go back and teach and not preach to people. And you have to go back and be a beacon of light. And that's something that's just resonated with me, and I really have been trying to figure a way to make that happen here. Because that's one thing that I said in my speech that I gave down there, that now when I see a sick, obese person, someone that's walking and having trouble and they just look like they're in poor health, I just want to hug them and say, hey, there's hope. There's a way out of this. So I'm really changing as a person. But now at the first of the video I called myself the Vegan Kempo Master. And in case some of you are wondering what Kempo is a style of martial arts. I am a 9th degree black belt in it. And it's called Kempo Jitsu. But the vegan term, you know, I've kind of have a little identity crisis while I was down there, because that's something that me and Paul Risse talked about. I also talked about this with Dr. Greg Summers. That video is coming also. But I don't want to be put in that box like I said in the last video. And I feel like Steve, the Raw Food Kempo Master, is more who I am. And that's part of who I'm becoming on YouTube. And I got a great slogan. You guys are going to love this. I'm Steve, the Vegan Kempo Master. You have the weapons now. Now fight for your life. Isn't that awesome? You have the weapons now. Now fight. I love it. Kind of gives me chills every time I say it. So I'll be closing each video with that from now on. But it's day 77, and I'm still having amazing energy, feeling really good still. The super smoothie today, I wasn't going to do super smoothies anymore till the end of my fast, but I started making super smoothies for Mom, and I bought some goju berries down there. So I added goju berries to the super smoothie. I put it in with the banana in the water, goju berry, before I put the spinach in. Mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing. It was so good, packed full of protein. Goju berries are amazing. It was the best smoothie. I mean, it was just so awesome. And I keep calling them smoothies, and they're really not smoothies. They're really more of a liquidy consistency. They don't have any ice or anything in them. They're very liquidy. So I wouldn't really necessarily say that they're a smoothie, but a little different. But that's a little bit of why I'm calling myself the Raw Food Kempo Master. Do you guys have any questions on that, let me know. But Paul Risse, thank you, brother. I will try not to let you down and be that beacon of light that you want me to be. Things are happening. Things are happening. I met a young man today that did his thesis paper on juicing and the experience of trying to juice and vegan lifestyle, and he really didn't know what he was doing, and he drank naked juice, store-bought naked juice, which is an okay juice, but it's nothing like this or this. But he works at a convenience store that sells broasted and roasted stuff, and it was great talking to him. He works at a convenience store,
and it was great talking to him about all that stuff. So last night I had a great time with the family that I went to go help. Spent 2 hours with them, teaching them about juicing and getting their health back. And I really hope that they take off with this, because they really desperately need some help. So, but if anybody else needs some help, let me know. I'm fixing to start, as soon as I wrap up my fast, I'm really going to start pushing that and being a consultant for people and helping them try to get their health and their lives back. But anyways, tomorrow, the raw bras. I found them. And then after that, Paul Risse, and then Dr. Craig Summers. Saturday we do the weigh-in. That'll be day 80, so I'm kind of excited about that. But I'm Steve, the Raw Food Kempo Master. You have the weapons. Now fight.